Hey guys,
Hi.
we're here for our Tuesday talks. So if you follow us, you've noticed our talks have no longer been 2 minutes.
I don't think they ever were really 2 minutes.
Our first one, we
Was
like
under 2
we.
minutes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know.
It was.
Okay, well they're no longer 2 minute
It didn't last.
Tuesdays. They're Tuesday talks because we're really passionate. We've got a lot to say, and we hope you guys
We don't want
enjoy
to be
your content.
confined by 2 minutes. We want to just let this flow.
Pop the bubble.
Yes.
Which is kind of what we're talking about today, right?
Yeah.
Flowing.
Flowing,
And
breath
breathing.
work.
Flowing.
Exactly. We're here to talk about breath work
Yes.
and why it's so important and why we love it and why we
We need
think that it could probably help you out too.
Definitely. For me, it's really an emotional regulation tool. As an adult, it works really great with children as well. It's kind of funny because it's one of those concepts that's like pretty simple, yet pretty complex at the same time. Because when you think about it, how many times a day do you consciously breathe? Not like your body breathing for you. Obviously, you're living, you're breathing. But how many times a day do you really stop, take a deep breath in, and let it all out?
It can also be hard to remember to do that when you are in the moment
Oh,
of
yeah.
feeling really frustrated. Sometimes it takes an outside force to say, take a deep breath. And then you feel that and you're like, oh, I feel so much better. So becoming your own regulator and just acknowledging like, okay, I'm feeling a little fired up about something. Maybe I'm feeling anxious. Maybe I'm feeling down. And stopping and just, I'm here. I'm safe. I'm good.
Yeah, and I think that's really important with children as well when they get all worked up and they have all these emotions and they don't know what to do with them. We are there to support them and remind them, okay, let's breathe, take a couple deep breaths, and that way they can kind of like, okay, shake it out a little bit, and then they're able to use their words.
Yeah, for me in the classroom, it's really important. Sometimes for myself, because I know that I'm not the only one who's had kids that drive them bonkers, or you're having a rough day, and sometimes you're literally like, what do I do? And if you stop, take a deep breath, it'll create a better interaction. You'll feel better, and it'll create a better interaction between you and the child. Because if you come at the child with a frustrated energy, that's not going to solve the situation because they're going to pick up on that. So if you take a deep breath and get on their level and calm yourself so you can think rationally when dealing with them, I think that can help not only in a classroom, but if you're a parent, you're lying if you're saying your child has never gotten on your nerves. It's like a thing kids do. So
Well, we also want to remember that that is a reflection of our own emotions.
Yes.
The children don't drive us bonkers. We are driving ourselves bonkers.
That's right.
And so we also want to remember that in those moments that we need to make sure we're taking the correct breaths.
yes,
You know,
so
so
that you
that-
can better interact with.
Exactly. So when they are, having a day, we all have days where there's just a lot going on, or maybe we didn't get the right amount of sleep that we should have. We just calmly take a moment to focus on our breath work,
Yes.
and then we can calmly help the children and meet them where they're at.
Yes.
And in a yoga class, in any yoga class, it's always about the breath, because if you're not breathing, then you're not really doing yoga. So exactly, it's breath to your movement, and you're inhaling and you're exhaling, and that's you're flowing. That's what it's all about. And a really good trick that I love that we read in a book by Bo Forbes is the 1-2 breath. So you're breathing in through your nose and out through your nose twice as long as your inhale, and it really helps just calm your mind down, bring you back down, self-regulate your emotions. But not only that, I think that my favorite use of breath would be to just bring me back to the moment, which is constantly what we talk about in yoga, is being present, because that's where you're really going to find true joy, is in the present moment. And nothing brings you back to the present moment like focusing on your breathing.
Yes.
And it can be so quick and so simple just to remember, like, okay, I'm here now.
Yes.
And the past has already happened, and the future doesn't matter in this moment. I'm here now. And I think that's the best way to remind yourself of that, is to breathe.
Yep, and there's so many ways to teach this to your kids. I mean, there's lion breath where they breathe in through their nose and let it all out. There's hot cocoa breath. There's all kinds of fun, different. You can honestly see what your children come up with for names for the different types of breathing. However, it's such a great regulation tool, not only for us, but for the children, to really start them young. So when times get difficult and when they're in a tough situation or they're frustrated, it's so easy to get frustrated when they're trying new things and learning new things and giving it a go, that if they have that tool in their toolbox, when they're really frustrated, to breathe, or even when they're reminded, it's easier, because some kids you'll remind them like breathe and they're like, what do you mean? So just really putting that tool in their toolbox so that they know when they're frustrated, they can just breathe.
Yeah,
And it's
also,
as simple as that.
Yeah, super simple. Coming up with different ways to show that breath work. So you can get like different color scarves and put it over and then have them breathe and watch it go up and down and up and down, or have them laying flat on their back and put like something on their
Animal.
tummy. Yeah, like an
Little
animal.
stuffed animals.
Their favorite stuffed animal on their tummy, and watch it go up and down so they can actually see that their body is constantly working to support them. And how can we support our body rather than breathing? It's amazing. It's these simple tools that we just need to be mindful about, and also be making the best choices by modeling best practices with our children. So I think breath work is super important, helping with us flowing, especially in yoga, flowing with
And
movements.
every day.
It's a huge part of kids' yoga, and I honestly think it should be a huge part of any kid's life, because it's such a great...
Any human's life.
Yeah, a human, kids,
It is.
adults, you know, anyone can use just conscious breathing, because like I was saying before, like, before I really started doing yoga and working on my breath, it wasn't a thought. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, I breathe, you know, but actually breathing
Paying attention.
and paying
Like,
attention
while
to
you're
it.
watching this video right now, stop and think, where's your breath? Are you breathing shallow? Are you breathing only into your chest? Are you breathing into your belly? Where is it going? How do you feel right now?
Yes.
And just take a second and inhale. And exhale. I feel good.
Yep.
It really does calm you down.
Yeah.
And also, like we were talking about earlier, being mindful of when you feel like you're not breathing, or when you feel like you're getting tense, and that you just need to just relax and take that deep breath out.
Yeah, there's like scientific studies too that show that when you're like nervous or frustrated or something, that breathing literally helps calm down your nervous system. Consciously breathing, deep breaths in, it allows oxygen flow to your brain, and what, you know, because that's a sign of like holding in stuff or tension like this, like holding your breath, if there's tension there. So letting go so you can flow and surrender really to whatever life may be throwing your way.
Yeah.
The good and the bad.
Yep, you can't
It's all
have the
about
good without the bad.
perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need the good, you need the bad to make the good good. So, thank you for
I
joining
feel
us.
so calm after talking about
I know, we're all just really relaxed right now. I
I've
can
been
feel the
breathing so
energy.
much.
It
I
feels
just
so
feel
good.
so relaxed and grateful.
Yes.
After you watch this video, take time to spend alone breathing, or with your children breathing, and then go and write us and post about your experience.
Yes.
Yes.
We'd love to hear about how you're incorporating your breath and how you feel about it. What kind of breathing practices do you use? Are you already using the lion's breath or the cocoa breath? Tell us your favorites.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week. And let us know what else you would like to hear about from us.
Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions or stuff you would like us to talk about, just let us know.
We'd
Yeah.
love to talk about it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Have
Bye,
a good
guys.
day.